All right guys, here's the basic idea on how to start your cake slice or your dessert slice for cake or pie or whatever you want to be. You're gonna see that there's a stack of these little templates. Just gonna cut them out. You can use scissors. And if you don't want to use scissors, if you want to use an X-Acto knife, there's a pile of those at the front of the classroom. But make sure if you use an X-Acto knife, make sure you're only using it on one of these self-healing mats. They're also up under the smartboard. So use either one, but scissors are easier for a lot of kids and these aren't. This is good for straight lines, but some kids like scissors. But once you have these cut out, what you're gonna do next is think of how high you want your slice to be. If you want cake, you might want it to be higher. If you want pie, you might want it to be lower. But you'll take some of the strips of cardboard, and there's like a whole pile, and you can, again, cut them down with the X-Acto knife on a mat, or if you want to use the guillotine paper cutter on the windowsill, you can very carefully do that. As long as your fingers are not under the blade, that's also fine. But think of how high you want it, and then you'll take your pieces of it, and if you're also welcome to change this. If you want to make it more straight and less curved, whatever you want to do is fine, as long as both your top and bottom ones are the same. But then what you're gonna do is think of how big of a piece you want. Like for this, I want, the sides of this cake will be about that long. If this part, if it has to curve around this part here, you just take an X-Acto knife, and it's called scoring. You just do vertical lines. They don't have to be perfect. You don't go all the way through. So that'll curve just fine. Next, you're gonna tape everything together. So you tape it top and bottom to keep it sturdy. All right, so now you have a cake slice that's ready to go. We will not add plaster today, so if you get this far, that's awesome. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we can do plaster, and then Thursday can be painting. And that's how you're gonna finish up the last project in the class.